Welcome back to the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. It's the Tuff Hedeman Mississippi Shootout. First stop on our CBR tour presented by Mahindra Tractors. Glad you're with us for GAC's coverage of championship bull riding. We've seen the long go, 92 points the winning score there. We're getting ready for the short go, and it all starts with the wagon train matchup. Here's Tuff Hedeman.
The first event of the year, we might have the best matchup we might see all year long. We've got Elliot Jacoby on Cochise. I think he's probably the best kid out here right now. I think Cochise is probably the best bull out here. Who's going to win? I think the nod has to go to Cochise, but it's going to be great watching.
Well, you know, Donnie, he's such a pessimist. He seems to always go with the bull in this situation.
Well, the bull is the easy choice in this deal because our cowboy is not supposed to ride Cochise, but he certainly might.
Boy, no qualified rides. He was the 2008 CBR Bucking Bull of the Year. Going to be fun to see him. And Apollo, you know, slouch either.
I like Jared Craig and Shakedown.
That's going to be a great matchup. And Shakedown, another one of the bulls nominated for Bull of the Year, owned by Benny Coote. He is explosive out of there, but it's going to be Stephen Campbell, who had an 84.5 in the long go. That starts things off. And, you know, speaking of Bulls of the Year, here's another one of the nominees. And if you're a right-handed bull rider, you got your work cut out for you.
This bull probably can't win Bucking Bull of the Year, but he may be ranker than any of them because he's just kind of a muley and he just throws them off just like that. And you're thinking, okay, well, maybe some other bull rider might have looked, but he's made every bull rider but one look just like that.
What is the difference if you're a left-handed bull rider? How's the advantage to you?
The left-handed, you at least have something to pull against, and you feel like you have an opportunity to get out over him and to be able to stay there because of the pull factor. But you know, sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for.
Boy, 84.5 from him in the long go, and that's all he's going to wind up with. Tough draw in the short go. What a great bull in full throttle. And here's another one from Alan Murphy, Buckshot. This is a good draw if you're in the short go. He's a lot of fun, and you know, this is a bull that can carry you to the pay window.
This is a young guy that's learning how to win. He's beginning to make the whistle in the short go rounds, and it won't surprise me to see him ride this bull. Well, the bull gets a real slow start. Normally, Buck's really good, but around to the right, just spurring him. He's doing what he can, trying to make hay. The bull really winds up bucking good going into that 5-6 second mark, but boy, a real sluggish start for Buckshot.
Yeah, and that's a weird trip for Buckshot, but Michael Manis doesn't let that get him off his game plan. Qualified ride for him. He's going to be the first guy to ride two.
Well, he had 85 in the first round. He'll be at least that on this one. But you said, well, he almost stalls out. It's like he's thinking, oh, oops, I'm supposed to be bucking. Now he starts speeding up a little gas. See what the judges call it.
85.5 for him, 170.5 on two. Michael Manis in the driver's seat at the moment. Let's go back to Matt Baldwin.
Hey, what's up, guys? My matchup in the short round, I got Jared Craig on a Benny Coote Bucking Bull Shakedown. This bull's in the running for Bucking Bull of the Year. He's phenomenal. Jared gets a whistle on him. He's going to win this deal.
Donnie, you like that matchup, and so does Matt Baldwin. And here's a good look at Shakedown, and boy, this is an outstanding bull.
Well, I mean, there's nothing unrideable about him. You know he's going to go to the left. You don't know if he's going to do it right there or if he's going to get some momentum and go out. Right there is the best trip to ride that bull, is riding the gate to the left. And I think our man Jared Craig has got the wherewithal to get it done if he can get around a corner in decent shape.
Boy, another bull likes to spin to the left and a right-handed bull rider.
Okay, well, if he goes right in the gate, I think it's the bull rider. If he goes out three, it's the bull. There's right in the gate, and the bull rider shows what I know. He's going to hook him right in the butt, too, if he doesn't get up and get out of the road. That's a really top bull right there.
And he's so explosive, and he's so much fun to watch. And as a bull rider, Donnie, do you want a rematch with him? What's the thought process?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd love to be able to just run him back in there and get right back on him, and probably the outcome would be different. But I tell you, this bull really bucked. Jared just gets throwed off, and you know what? You ride enough bulls, that's going to happen to you.
And watching Tuff talk to Jared, he might actually be consoling him. He has so much respect for Shakedown. Michael Manis, the only guy that's covered two so far. He has the lead. Jimmy Lathrow getting set. Boy, another great bull here. Hasta luego from Rich Bumbaca. It just has that Mexican fighting bull look to him, like he's on steroids. Big, strong, big bucker, and he will get you.
Well, he'll go either way. He likes to go, you know, just kind of whichever way he feels good. But they ride this bull a lot, and I tell you, when they're going to be a lot of points whenever you do ride it.
You're exactly right. It's usually up in the 90s when that happens, and he kind of gets tipped out of there. And no score for Jimmy.
Well, you know, that bull just jumped out of there. 2 jumps, went to the right. Left row, kind of back on the end of his arm and down, and no score. You watch Jimmy, he's got a propensity to let his head come up, and you see it come up there. And at this level, whenever you do that, you're coming down.
So all Jimmy has to show for is that score from the Longo at 85.5 points. And speaking of the Longo, these guys covered a lot of bulls, and you expect them to kind of regain that momentum as we get into this top 15. More from Biloxi in just a moment. Welcome back to the Gulf Coast in Biloxi, Mississippi, the Beau Rivage Tuff Hedeman Mississippi Shootout Championship round. You're watching championship bull riding on GAC, presented by Mahindra Tractors. Earlier we met rising country music star Emma Jacob. A few weeks ago in Las Vegas, we gave Emma a chance to get up close and personal with the CBR.
This is amazing. Not in my wildest dreams that I imagined I'd be right next to the chutes of the bull riders, and this is awesome.
Emma grew up in California, and she's loved country music from the very first note, but this is the first time she's got any real cowboy or cowgirl experience.
It was really exciting, a little scary when the rider jumped up next to me because the bull was following him, but no, this was awesome. This is really fun.
Well, it's great to see those country music singers wide-eyed when they get that close to the bull riding action. Michael Manis on top. He's the only guy that's covered 2 at 170.5. Here comes Chad Loving, another Benny Cood bull with a buck-off percentage that is 100%.
It's a Missouri bull rider that, you know, he's not an accident. He just hadn't been around, hasn't won any real big money, but I think you want to watch this guy. Got a good draw, around to the left, right away from his hand, and he's got things going. He's tapped off everything. Oh, look out. Just long enough. Good draw, good ride. All right.
You know, a smaller bull rider, a little slighter frame, but, you know, Donnie's starting to find his rhythm in the CBR and starting to make a name for himself. Waiting for him to make it official. Absolutely. And here's the second guy that's now covered 2, and, well, this bull covered some ground.
Well, you need to finish it off and don't leave it to chance or getting marked. But you see he's starting to work his butt to the right over there, and that's just because his free hand. If he just leaves his free hand from right there, goes back forward, he whips it too hard going back and doesn't need to do that. He actually helped that bull, and that's just a young guy's mistake. He'll get better.
Boy, 93 for him, 179 on 2, and Chad Loving now has the lead. 93, what a bull ride. Artie Mayer getting set now. Bad mood from Scotty Burris.
This bull right here is pretty ranked. Scott Burris brings some bulls from Arkansas, and they always buck. And these bulls are not the young ones. He takes these bulls to a lot of events, and this bull cranking it back to the right in the gate, right into Artie's hand. That's that big right arm I was talking about in the long go-round. He's riding this and pretty good. Gets in a bind right about 7.5 seconds, but he knows he's made the whistle, and he wants some points. He's big enough. I might give him some extra points. Afraid he'd come see me.
Well, as we mentioned, you know, a year ago, suffering from a broken neck, it put him on the sidelines most of the year. You know, and this bull not as fast as the last bull we saw. He's got a lot of drop.
Getting up in the air, a lot of drop, you know, and guys get to watching. This bull's not kicking real good, and Artie Mayer makes a good bull ride right here. He's going to be a bunch of points. See what he does on 2. The high man on 2 is going to be the champion. Gets around. He just had, I don't know why he lets him get him out to the outside right there, but that probably cost him a point or 2.
Needed 92.5 to take the lead. He gets another 93, so 179.5. And Artie is now the guy at the top of the leaderboard.
That was a little high for me. I like that other ride.
If you're online, go to GAC.com. You got artist profiles, the polls, and you can even take the GAC Trivia Challenge. Lots of fun at GACTV.com. Boy, and things have gotten interesting here. Mayer takes the lead at 179.5. Loving in second. Here comes Travis Sellers. Oh, what a cool bull from Rich Bombaka. Easy Street.
This one here is anything but easy. Little bitty Brindle Muley, and he's going to spin to the left. So you just got to ride up. You just got to just go ahead and gas it. Don't be thinking about how good he is. He gets around the corner, and Easy Street just bucks him off. I mean, this bull just blowing snot around thinking, man, where'd everybody go? I love this bull. He's got a heart of a lion.
One of my very favorite bulls. He makes his exit as he gets the best of Travis Sellers.
I mean, watch him turn back to the left, kind of hesitates, sets him up, and I mean, then just slams him down. That little bull's laughing on the way out.
Well, Travis not happy. 87 for him in the long go. That's his grand total. Starting to see more and more guys making the whistle on 2. Here comes John Jacobs, itch and scratch, and yeah, this bull's in my top 3. Love to watch this bull.
Itch and scratch is one they were talking about, a really good draw, but I tell you, that a couple of times I've seen him, he's borders on rank. See that movement in that front end, turns back to the right, just rings him out like a dirty shirt. Oh yeah, I tell you, that bull right there has got some moves, and we've seen him go to the left, just jump out and go the other way, but good draw right there. And oh boy, that guy's horse is going to be proud of him. Yeah, I mean, around to the right, just whips him out on the end of his arm. You saw John make that really nice bull ride in the long go, but comes up short.
Next matchup, let's go to Tuff.
Next up, we got Danny Ted McDowell. Nobody's ridden better this year than Danny Ted. The guy's won a couple of events. He's in the league with World Standards. The guy's hot, and he's got a great draw. He knows this bull. He's been on him. Look for him to make the whistle and be 90-something points.
Well, we apologize for problems there with Tuff's mic, but I think through that, I heard him actually pick a bull rider instead of a bull.
He says he's going to be at least 90 points. Going to be a bunch of points. Needs 91 to take the lead. But now Auger looks to the left and back around to the right. He's got him tapped off, and boy, the leaderboard could change right here. Spurring with the outside foot, finished it off. There's 8 seconds. And to me, that's the best ride, the most control. Danny Ted, Tuff was right. You know, it's a good matchup and a good draw.
And Danny Ted McDowell just scratching his way to the whistle, and he's going to be another guy in there that's on 2. And, you know, the judges have been pretty high here. What are you going to do with Danny Ted?
Well, you know, don't say whoa in a bog hole. Just keep slinging some points. I mean, you know, he is going to have to be at least 93, in my opinion, because, you know, I just got through watching Artie Meyer be 93, and that bull was pretty sluggish. This one here is kicking, bucking. He's a veteran bull, been to the finals, and, you know, that's a good draw.
93 is the score for him. 181.5 on 2. Danny Ted McDowell, thanks to some help from Auger and a gutsy bull ride, is now #1 as we get down to our final few. Time to crown the champion when we come back to Biloxi. Welcome back to GAC's coverage of championship bull riding. It's the championship round of the Tuff Hedeman Mississippi Shootout. We are right on the water in Biloxi, Mississippi. Always one of the most popular spots at a CBR event is the merchandise booth. And you know what? It's hard work to set this thing up. These ladies work hard. It's a whole lot easier to go to cbrbull.com and do all of your shopping online. Plus, you can check our schedule, get bull rider and bull profiles. Great crowd on hand, down to our final few bull riders. One of those is Elliot Jacoby. He's standing by with Susie.
Elliot, you have drawn the bull Cochise. He's unwritten. What is going through your mind right now going into the short go?
Stay on to make the 8 and do good. Win another event.
You know what? If anybody in this arena can ride this bull, it's you. We've got superstar versus superstar, and I can't wait to see how it comes out. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I think Tuff hit the nail on the head. It's early in the season, and I'm not sure we're going to see a matchup quite that good again for a while. Danny Ted McDowell has the lead, 181.5. Here comes Chad Castillo, a rematch with Black Gold. Buck-off percentage for this bull right at 75%. And if you're Chad, you get another shot at him. What do you learn in that first round?
Well, you know, the bull turns back into his hand, and Chad just right back on the end of his arm. He just hung out to dry. You know, he's not riding the bull, but the bull just beats him around right out of the gate. So Chad can't get on the end of his arm. He needs to move up forward and stay tight.
Well, that matchup coming last fall, we'll see what Chad learned.
He's tight, and it looks pretty good right there. He's in good position. He's pumping. Now get the outside foot going. Don't quit. Just own him. That's the way you do it. I just have a good feeling about this guy. He knows what he's doing. I believe he's on a mission. Yeah, we like it too.
Always fun to watch. Kind of a blue-collar bull rider, and he just guts it out, and he will do whatever it takes to make it to that 8-second whistle.
All right, should be a good score coming in. They're going to have to get higher. You know, they've had some of those 93s where, you know, that was a little bit of a stretch. But this is a good bull ride. This bull didn't buck as hard. It didn't look like as he did in Bossier City. But I tell you, bull turned the crank, fading out across there, and Chad Castile made him look a little bit easier this time.
The rematch this time going to Chad Castile, and the score for him 95, 183.5 on 2. So by 2 points, Chad Castile is now the cowboy to catch. And here comes Cody Whitney, 89 for him in that first round. He's got a bull they call Hammer Time.
Well, Chris Woodruff owns this bull, and Hammer Time is a handful, but this guy can ride anything. He doesn't really know the bull. Supposed to go left, and he does. Round to left, into his hand. Cody Whitney, he's pumping, trying to stay in there. Now going to reverse the spin, back around to the right. That whistle blows. That's a bull ride. You know, just about the time I think the judges are doing a good job, they keep putting pressure on them. I don't know where they're going here now. Round to the left. I mean, you just see this bull coming and then moving forward, shift, really get shifted.
Boy, and Cody just kind of gutting it out. That bull threw a little bit of everything at him in that 8 seconds.
You know, he really did, and a guy is supposed to get credit for it. Let's see.
95 for him, 184 for Cody Whitney. He is now on top. Chad Castillo, the guy giving him the high five, has been bumped to second. Keep in mind, we're still not done. That's a look at the leaderboard right there. A half point between first and second.
All of it's a moot point if Elliott rides Cochise, but you know, Jay Morrow's got one of the, you know, this bull right here is not easy to ride.
Like Mike, buck-off percentage is 71%, when you can see what he needs, 94 to get the win.
Well, they've sprung with a couple of 95s, and they got him around to the right into his hand. Coming, looking good. Spurring with the outside foot, getting off his bull rope, but he's a little behind. That is going to hurt him a little bit. That's a nice bull. Oh, my, almost got stepped on. Needs to work on the get off a little bit. You know, here's a guy that could make some noise for the championship this year.
Well, and like Mike is a bull that all these guys seem to want to get in the short go. Kind of looked like I thought he hipped himself maybe there at the beginning, maybe not.
Just turns back, and I don't think he can be the 95 again because, you know, this bull is awfully nice, and he's running him back off his bull rope right there. So good score, but he's going to fall a little short on 2 bulls.
Got some good snot on that felt hat for him,
yeah.
91. 181 on 2, and for most days, that's pretty awesome. But on this day, it's going to leave him a little bit behind. Clayton Beachy now in Carney, man. This bull just has a reputation. He's hard to get out on.
Well, look, he's down in the front end, but you cannot hear, and I love the cowboying up. He just says, hey, bull, look around here. He says, open the gate a little bit wider. He'll get up. Yeah, he's got, you know, this is a little scary. He said, okay, now right out there, bull, let's me and you be 96. Okay, fire in the hole. Round to the left, he hipped himself, he gets down in the well. He makes the recovery, now he's got it going. Coming along, did he make it? I don't think so. I think he touched him with his free hand, and that's a shame, but he cowboyed up, but it's gonna cost him here, but I guarantee you it'll pay him back somewhere down the road.
You know, our clock stopped at 5.8 seconds. You know, Clayton kind of saying, hey, can you give me one here? But I don't think that's going to happen for him.
No, I think he rode him 8 seconds. That's not really what's in question here. Let's watch his arm here as he drops down in the well. Looks good there, coming back down right there, and that's before the whistle. He's riding him, you see him hit himself, and had a couple of chances to be able to get a re-ride, but you know, then he rides him so far, he just forced the judges to a no score.
Yeah, no score for Clayton, 90 points for him. A little bit disappointed. Let's go back down to Tuff Hedeman.
Next up, we got Willis Tressler on Dingling. Every time they've ridden this bull, they've been 90 points. Bull's only been on tour 1 year. Willis has been around a long time. If Elliott stubs his toe on Cochise, Willis got a chance to win this event.
Another Rich Bumbacca bull in terms of dingling. He's going to look a lot like Auger, a lot like Costa Luego, and you know, I think maybe a touch easier than those bulls.
Just, you know, that nobody's rode him 8 seconds, but this is a good draw, you know, but he's looking around, you know, he needs to go left for our man cross glare, and he just jumps out, goes to the right. And that bull right there is better than Auger and Hasta-Luego both, in my opinion. But he's got to be doing that at the end of this year.
Yeah, and well, he's a young bull. You know, his best days are still ahead of him, I think.
Look at him kick, coming around. He just gets Willis kind of rocked back, and Willis is thinking that he's coming to the left, and I think Rich Bumbacca did too.
Well, Willis had that 90.5 bull ride in the first round, and that's all he's got to show for himself. Cody Whitney, in a high-scoring affair, has the lead over Castillo, 184 to 183.5. For more on this final matchup, let's go back to the dirt and Matt Baldwin.
May have saved the best for last. You couldn't have wrote this up any better if you tried. Got one of the hottest young bull riders on tour, Elliot Jacoby, matched up with maybe the rankest bull in the world, Cochise at Tuff Hedeman. If he rides him, which he's got as good a chance as anybody I look for him to, I don't know, he's going to be a bunch.
That's one of the few times that we may see Elliot Jacoby as the underdog, and in talking to his owner, Todd Henry, you know, this bull has industry-wide respect.
Nobody complains about him. When people get on him, you know, you could have a good bull that somebody falls off of, and they'll usually get mad at you and, you know, talk about an animal bad. Nobody ever says anything bad about him. They all say, man, great bull, and that's a good feeling when the bull riders, they enjoy getting on him, you know, and if they fall off, they still congratulate you for having a good bull, and that's just a wonderful feeling.
But Donnie's pretty honest. He's going to make a big left turn.
Well, the corner is not the problem. It's the second round. He's going into that second full round. Gets around the corner. There's the second full round, and you saw the power just ejects him out of there. I mean, that bull wins that match pretty easy. But you know what? You don't ride a bull like that and be out of position at all. You have to be a little bit lucky being in the right spot and ride one like that real easy, or you're not going to ride him at all.
What I love about him is after he bucks you off, he takes a big victory lap and kind of enjoys his moment.
He slam dunks the hot man, and that's okay. Hot man will have him again, have another try at him, but I tell you, that bull just bucks him off, and that's what Todd Henry was talking about. Everybody just cock their hammer, get set, and if you're the man, ride him.
Haven't found the man yet. 92 points in the long go for Elliot Jacoby. That's what he leaves with, and it was a high-scoring bull riding affair here in Biloxi, Mississippi, and there's our winner, Cody Whitney, getting the job done by a half point. It was a great night for Cody. We'll hear from our champion when we come back.
Best in bull riding.
GAC's coverage of championship bull riding presented by Mahindra Tractors is brought to you by Mahindra, the official tractor of championship bull riding. Cinch Jeans, the official jeans of CBR. Wagon Train Dog Treats, the official dog treat of championship bull riding. Navajo Nation Parks and Recreation Department, the host of the Navajo Nation Championship Bull Riding in Window Rock, Arizona. WW Livestock Equipment, the official livestock handling equipment of CBR. And by Hi-O Silver, the official buckle maker of championship bull riding.
What a night in Biloxi, Mississippi, the Beau Rivage Tuff Hedeman Mississippi Shootout. These guys covered a lot of bulls, and the best at it was Cody Whitney, 184 on 2, Castillo in second. These guys came to ride.
Well, they did, Chad. Everybody rode good. Jay Morrow, Artie Meyer, 7 guys rode 2 bulls. That's pretty good.
Tapped off segment, we go back to the long go, and the young sensation in Elliot Jacoby. Arrowhead was the bull, 92-point ride.
Well, you just want to watch this guy ride every chance you get because he's something special.
He knows how to get her done, and right now to talk with our champion, let's go to Susie.
I'm here with Cody Whitney. Cody, you had a bull hammer time, man. He put some moves on you. How did you recover so good?
Well, I guess enough years of doing it will make you learn how to get back in the right spot when you need to be.
What was it like up there?
It was all right. You could sure tell he was trying to buck hard, and luckily I just tried really hard today.
You know what? 95 points is what you got on that bull, and it won the whole deal here in Biloxi. And you know what that $10,000 is a great way to start 2009. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We're off and running in 09, and for every zig, there's a zag. So for the low side of it, we go back to Dave Samsel. You don't see Dave in a compromising position very often.
No, but I tell you what, he was in one there, and this bull just put the quietus on him a little bit, but he'll get over it. Just might have left him on.
Boy, and when you're the elder statesman out there, those kind of hurt a little more than they used to. Hard knocks for Dave Samsel. Congratulations to Cody Whitney as he starts his season on a winning note. And don't forget, next week, right here on GAC El Paso, it all starts at 9 Eastern time. For Donnie Gay and Susie Dobbs, Tuff Hedeman, I'm Jeff Metters. So long from Biloxi, Mississippi.